All right, listen, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I know you guys done your thing for the day in the U.S. Here in the Philippines, you're just getting started, perhaps. But listen, what I want to talk to you about today is getting here to the Philippines from the U.S., Australia, wherever you're at. Getting here and making a go of it, okay? I don't know why, but there's vloggers who every day they put out negativity. They put out reasons as to why you can't come to the Philippines, why you shouldn't come to the Philippines, and basically telling you don't come to the Philippines. Have you noticed that? And you notice that the people who's putting out those videos telling you not to come to the Philippines, that they're sitting themselves right here in the Philippines broadcasting that to you, telling you don't come. Maybe they're trying to invoke some reverse psychology. Okay? Maybe that's their effort. That's their purpose. Tell you don't do it and you go and you do it anyway. Well, I'm not using no reverse psychology. I'm not playing no games with you. I'm keeping it 100. And I'm a man who came to the Philippines, didn't have the knowledge of the Philippines, didn't know nothing about the Philippines. I made some mistakes, but I'd be damned if I came to the Philippines and had to give my passport to the embassy. There's some people out there giving advice. Listen to this now. They giving advice today on who should come, who should not come, and how to come, and what you need to do when you do come. There are some people out there who came to the Philippines and they had to go to the embassy and get a loan to get bus fare back home. Not bus fare, but plane fare back home. And had to pay the embassy back. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I heard that story. And someone who's that foolish can tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing about where to go, where not to go. Because how in the world do you plan a trip and don't have money to get on? But anyhow, this is what I want to tell you guys. Number one, you gotta be mindful of who you listen to, because if you allow negativity to seep in, you'll never get off the couch. You won't make it here. It'll always be a fantasy dream of yours. You won't get here. I'm trying to tell you how to get here. That see, I used to do construction, build houses and rehab houses and so forth. And we would look at a house and bid on it and so forth and so on. And my partner, we looked at a house one time, and man, it was terrible. My partner said, "Man, these people, they want a balcony up here, they want a staircase to come down, and they want to be able to enter the upstairs from not going through the downs." I said, "Man, how you gonna do that?" I said, "Man, this ain't enough money to do that." He said, "How you gonna do that?" And when we got finished with the job, which I might add in record time, he said, "Man, I see how you go do it." He said, "I see how you go do it." He said, "Man, it looks really good. It really looks good." So the thing of it is you gotta have vision, you gotta have a plan. And with that, all the people who's telling you what you can't do, you can do it. You understand me? You can do it. Trust and believe me, you can do it. Okay? Because it's about getting here. Now, once you get here, now you got to have a strategy. You go from a plan to a strategy. What's your strategy? Okay, so you have your options. You get from the websites. You got your options. Those are things that you use while you're out and about, and you you will realize that it will be rare that you meet a girl and bring her back to your house and sleep with her the same day. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done. But if you're going after the baby mama type, you won't get her in the sack the first time you bring her back to your place. Okay? It's going to take some coaxing. Because what is she looking for? She's looking to see that you the guy that's going to be her baby daddy. You ain't going to abandon her. You can take care of her. You're going to support her and you're going to love her. And she needs time to find out if you that guy. Now, if she comes back and, everything is fine, you're laughing and dancing and singing, and you hit the sack, well, maybe she just looking for a thrill, some excitement. She looking to get off. There's no telling exactly what her intentions are. We know what your intentions are, but there's no telling exactly what her intentions are. You know, so that one you have to be cautious of. So you got your list, okay? Then you also have the possibilities of the one that you're going to meet. You're going to be able to bring her back and, get the oil change, the whole 9 yards. Okay? So be it. Now, here we go. So your strategy is that you go to an area that's not, when I say highly populated, I mean it's not a major city. It's a smaller city. Why? Because in a smaller city, the people are not so westernized. In the big city, especially here in the Philippines now, they're westernized. You see? And you go in there, and, when I first came here to the Philippines, General Santos or whatever, even still, in some barangays and stuff, people are amazed at you. They act like you're a movie star in this. But when you go to the metropolitan area, the downtown area, so forth and so on, the people, they notice you, but they're not starstruck, okay? Because they see the internet, they see all these different things. Where before, when I first came here, no, it didn't happen, okay? You were a movie star when I first came here. So your strategy. What's your strategy? Your strategy is that you're going to get in this area and you're going to view the area. You're going to go around, you're going to look. You're going to look how the houses are, how the properties are, you know, where the people are living, what's available, what areas is available to live in, you see? And this is what you're looking at, as if you were shopping for a city to come and live and, let's say, raise your family or just come and retire. So if you want to come to a city, you want to buy a piece of land, you want to look and see, well, is this, can I buy this land? Is everything I need here? How far do I have to go to get what I need? How far do I have to go to get to the major city, Davos, Cebu, or whatever? How far do you need to go to get there? How far is the hospitals and churches, synagogues, mosques? So you're looking around at all this stuff. That takes time, man. Okay? And while you're doing this, you're taking notes, okay? Please take notes, and that's going to aid you in your communications with the Filipinas that you meet, okay? Because you're taking notes, and you should have questions about the area, where you can live, what's the water source, what's the electricity source, etc., etc. Those are excellent questions to open up conversations with a Filipina that you don't know, that you're just meeting for the first time, and a good opportunity to exchange information. Okay? That being said, this is your strategy. Your strategy is to survey the area, see the likelihood that you would like to live there, and what's the population like as far as finding a baby mama. Okay? So, this is what you're going to do from place to place. And you're going to go, naturally, you're going to go and enjoy the foods, enjoy the people, etc., etc. Then you're off to the next place, whether it be another small town or you go back to the big city, because surely, you should be able to look at two small towns in a day. And if you was to hire let's say you hire a driver, you hire a van, it may cost you 2,000 pesos at the most for all day to take you to these places while you explore, etc., etc. And you're going to be going through town in an air conditioned van and so forth and so on. And it's going to be adventurous, etc., etc. You can stop, eat with different people and so forth, conversate, ask questions, and just enjoy yourself, man. And in doing this, you're going to find out what it is that makes the Philippines tick, what it is that makes the Filipinos successful, what it is that makes this woman the way she is. Okay, that the world seeks her out. Okay, and you're subject to find the biggest scammers that there ever was. Okay, right here in the Philippines. Okay, I read when I first came here was that you don't challenge or you don't engage with a Filipina who's doing certain things. They had these things that, if she asks you for money, if she does this, she does that. They were classifying her as a scammer. They says you don't engage with her. If she does these things, you need to immediately withdraw and disconnect any conversations, relationships, or whatsoever with that person simply because you are not equipped to handle them. They will manipulate you and take everything you got because they are the pros at this. They are the best in Southeast Asia. Okay? I read that when I first started coming here. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try to work with them. Don't try if they do certain things because I call it the Filipino hustle. They are professionals. You can't beat them at that. You're not going to win. So anyhow, you go from a planning, that's getting to the Philippines, to your strategy. Your strategy is how you survey the land, how you make notes and comments about what you see, where you like to live, what's pluses, what's minus with the area, etc., etc. And you leave notes as far as things that was unexplored, things that you didn't get a chance to explore, something that you might have heard about in another city or this, that, and the third, but yet when you got to this place, you didn't get a chance to explore that. Okay, so you make notes on each place that you go. Okay, now your strategy is going to consume your days in the Philippines, your strategy. So if you're planning to go out and look at these different places and so forth and so on, and if you have a number, a person, a hookup person that you got off the website, you'll need to contact them. Maybe, uh, halfway through your day or towards the middle of your day or somewhere around there, And if you don't want to spend the rest of the day just doing your thing by yourself and trying to look for somebody, then you that's when you contact your contact person that you got as an option and you hook up. You see? You say, I had a van come around, I got a driver today. I have them come around and pick you up. We can go to my place. They got a restaurant there. We can eat and hang out for the rest of the day. You see? No, it wouldn't be a good idea for you to bring your family, your sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles. They want to meet me. We'll do that tomorrow. Let's you and I just get together today, because they're going to try to they're going to try to bring the whole clan with them if they can. Okay, and they're going to want you to pay to feed all of them. All right, don't forget that. It ain't going to stop. That ain't going to change. Okay, so you just got to be upfront that no, you shouldn't bring nobody with you, just me and you. You know, you're driving a van and you're not prepared. You've been doing stuff and you're not prepared to entertain a lot of people. But we can do it tomorrow or whatever. If you want to meet me today, let's meet. If you don't, okay. And if she don't want to meet you because she can't bring her family, cross her off your list. Because all she's looking for you to do is entertain her and her family. No, cross her off. Cross her off your list. And if she calls you, don't answer the phone. Because all she wants is she just wants something. She's not interested in you. She's just out to get what she can get. Petty. There's a lot of them like that. You know, if you know if they can get a meal or whatever, entertain their family and have a good time, that's a day's work for them. That, so anyhow, you got your strategy. You're going from place to place. Now you're enjoying the Philippines. You're you're doing it the intelligent way. You're doing it the smart way. You get some guys come in, the first thing they do is run and get them a bar girl, or they lock horns with one of them scammers that they done met on the internet. I don't care if you met her on a religious site, if you met her on a hooker site or whatever. You just assume that they are scammers. Okay? Assume, if you met her online, assume that they're scammers. Because most of them now are on those sites are Filipino hustlers. They they've taken over, in other words. The hustlers have taken over. And the ones who were there that was just there trying to do something, they done found out that the Filipino hustlers is the way to be. Why? Because there's so many of you out there who are unaware of the Filipino hustler, and you get hustled. How do I know? I've been hustled. I've been hustled. I didn't know nothing about them girls. I've been hustled. You know? Yeah. So I'm telling you, boots on the ground experience. I'm telling you what God loves. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? So listen, you got your plan, you got your strategy. All right? After the strategy, we're going to go into the action mode. The action mode is you're going to plan trips consecutively. You're going to have people that you have gotten acquainted with, and you're going to hook up with these people, spend time with them, find out what they're about, if it's worth it, you know. And you're going to start to make a decision if the Philippines is where you want to be or it's not where you want to be. Okay? This is months, a year or so down the line. You go put your action plan in the effect. Okay? And then after you do your action plan, then you're talking about your method. Your method of retiring or living in the Philippines. How is it that you want to live in the Philippines? Do you want to have the Philippines a place where you just come every 6 months, stay a month, stay 2 weeks, and just live it up large. You want to buy you a piece of property, build you a house, you come here, okay? Uh, and that's where you stay. That's where you spend your time, you know. Now, one thing I gotta remind you guys of is this: is that conjugal where you had a girl living with you, okay? They down with that, okay? So if you let's say if you do get a house or a condo or apartment or whatever, don't let her live there because if you ever fall out with her, she's gonna claim conjugal and she gonna want half of what you got. So don't uh, don't let her live there, you know, and keep a record how many days she stayed there. And it's easy to do. I've done it myself. You know, I've done it myself. You can keep a record of how often she's there, how long she stays, and so forth and so on. So when she go to claim that she's been living with you, you say, no, you was just a visitor. You visited me on certain days. That's all. You know, you wasn't my partner. You wasn't no live-in partner. No. Mm-mm. You see. So you want to be aware of that because that's something that they use them scammer bras in. When I told you about the Filipino hustler, in a long term scams, that's a long term scam. They wait years to pull that one out the pocket. Okay, to scam you for half of your assets in the Philippines. That's a long term scam. You be wanting to cut that half his head off. You know what you talking about? It's yours. So anyhow, you see where we're going. You can do it. It's not that difficult. You can do it. And what I'm saying is this, man, just try it. Don't let nobody keep telling you what you can't do. Them fools telling you you can't do it, you shouldn't do it, and they sitting right there. They sitting right there just where I'm at. They sitting in the film telling you what they can't do. I had a medical emergency, and all them fools kept telling me, go back to the USA. You need to be back in the USA. All you people back in the USA, how many of you can tell me that you have never experienced Cleveland Clinic, University Hospital, any hospital that have dropped the ball on the care of your loved ones and they dead and gone? How many of you can tell me that in the hospital you were treated the way you wanted to be treated in the USA? Or you were treated indifferently by the nurses, the doctors, etc. You had a problem with your care. These fools gonna tell me go back to the USA because you got a medical emergency and this and this and this. You in a third world country. If I listen to them, what I do, I pack up, I abandon all my dreams, and I go back to the USA and I tell the doctor I'm sick. He said, okay, well, take these pills and come back next month and see me. Like going back to the USA is going to magically present a resolve to your health issues. Man, come on. That's just people who's full of negative thoughts. They're full of negative thoughts. They're not doers. That's not the way a doer thinks. Whether you're in the USA, the Philippines, Thailand, wherever. Come on, man. There's a way to do anything. You see? Man, I got my medical records from the hospital that I was in, sent them to my doctor in the USA, and we getting ready to get on the phone on a video call, and he gonna tell me what he think. My health is improving every day. Every day. The cause of my sickness was discovered. Bad medication. Buying medication from a pharmacy that's selling bootleg medicine. You see? So my existing conditions got worse because I wasn't taking the medicine required for those conditions. Come on, man. Shoot. Let's keep it 100. Man, you can do anything you want to do. You see? I ain't no rich Negro. I ain't made no whole bunch of money. All my kids make more money than I ever made. But I made a plan. I had a strategy. I knew what I wanted to do. You see? And I planned it out. And here I am. I've been here. You know? And with God's grace and God's help, you can do anything you want to do, providing it's His will. If it's God's will, you go find a way. So first and foremost, you do your part, and then you ask God to guide you. If this to be, make it easy for me. Make it easy for me. Adjust my plan. You see? Adjust my strategy so that it works, and leave it up to Him. You see? People say, in this community, you get one shot at help. We don't help nobody but one time. God said, come to me anytime. We're about anything, no matter how big or how small, no matter how many times. He says, what? Come to Him. Why? Because He's the sustainer and the provider for mankind. Not some community on the internet. Because everything that they got from Him. So if He decides to make them give what they got to somebody else, yeah, they may complain about it in the end, but they did it because God made them do it. They may not have wanted to do it, but that was God's plan. He did it. You see? So God's plan is greater than anybody's plan. But first of all, you got to make a plan, make the intention, and let it be known to the Creator what it is you want to do. So that what? You're going not only on your own plan and ingenuity, and you have some type of physical mapped out strategy, but you're going with the grace of God. You're going with God's help. So if anything comes in your path, comes in your way, then He will be the one who will deter it. He will be the one to get you around it, to get you out of that situation. You understand me? So don't forget, it's not just your plan, it's not just your strategy. It's your plan, your strategy, your action plan. It's all of that based on the fact that you asked the Creator, you asked your God to help you be successful in this. And in doing so, no matter what nobody say, you'll be successful. And they will be amazed at what you do and how you do it. Because you got the person who created everything helping you to do what you want to do. And He will send you help from places you never thought you would get help. With that in mind, good people, let me get off the soapbox. Let me tell you this. When you help other people from the bottom of your heart, you're truly helping yourself. Because if you help them from the bottom of your heart, meaning you have decided to do something because you know That's God's will. And in return, God says, since you obey me and you're doing what I said you should do, I'm going to reward you for that. See how it works? It's not no universal power in the play. That ain't no, some people will tell you the universe, you put it out in the universe and the universe, no. I'm debunking that. The reason why I'm debunking it is because God created the universe. So again, if you want to say the universe is aiding you, then God is making the universe aid you. Because he created the universe. So if you want to get a credit to the universe, you don't want to get a credit to God, so be it. But know that he created the universe. And if the universe gave it to you, it was by God's design. Okay? For all you suckers who want to put everything before God, or you want to say God don't exist. That's boots on the ground, bottom line. Okay? Yeah. Look, take care. God bless. See you guys tomorrow.